Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 10th of January 2018. So yesterday we see the pound moving lower. Looks like the cabinet reshuffle weighing a bit on the market there. Bit of a bounce and then back down, and then the market's really just been sideways and rage bound between the two psychological levels there. So not a lot happening with the pound. So you can see this in the bigger picture. The market's stuck in a sideways range. Will it break down to the downside? And if so, how far down will it come? So let's just come down to the recent low, which is this one to here. This is the area where you could expect to see the market come down to should prices continue to move lower. Also notice that there is a bit of a down trend there as well, and a slight uptrend there, sort of a triangle pattern. And as I said yesterday, these can break either way, so we'll see what happens there. News wise, not that the market's taking any notice anymore of the news, but let's just have a quick look, see what we've got. Manufacturing production from the UK, that's forecast to be higher. Goods trades balance also, that's just more or less the same as last time. Import prices for the US, and then crude oil inventories will follow at 3:30 p.m. back to normal for this. In the Dow, well, we continue to make new all-time highs. The melt up continues, 25,436, and we can see the buying coming into the market as well. You can see there with the green bars, so some buying around there at the moment as well. It looks like to move higher again once the traders turn up in the UK, and Europe is underway as well. So yesterday started off a bit sticky. We had a buy signal, market pullback, then went quiet. It's Tuesday, tried to move higher, then tried to move lower, but as soon as we were back above the 20-bar average, the market just did its usual thing and moved to the upside. That pattern of selling off at the close seems to be there at the moment as well, and then you see the market being tested on the overnight. Make sure there's no more sellers around. See buying coming in there, tested there, buying there, and the same there as well before prices start to find support and then break above the 25,400 level. This will be so yeah, let's see how that pans out. The implied volatility for yesterday, this was up slightly, 881 from 856, but again stuck in that sideways range. Very low volatility there for this at this time. And news wise, let's just see what we've got. Nothing really to shout about in the news. Let me see if I've got this in the right place. But one thing is interesting. If you have looked at the news, you'll see there's an awful lot about the bond market. Again, what you want to be looking at is the picture on the left there, the yield curve. If we go back to 2017, you will see how this has started to flatten. This means that the near-term 3-month, 2-year, 5-year, 7-year rates are actually moving higher than the further out, which is not a good sign at all. We saw this back in 2007, as you'll see there, and also in the 2000s as well, where the near-term rates are higher than the further out, and that's not a good sign. Both of those occasions saw the market correct after, and we've seen this all the way through 2017 going into 2018. You can see exactly that same pattern starting to develop there, so keep an eye on this one. And again, I'll just bring it up periodically in the market alert. There's no point looking at it every day because this changes at a minimal, but it's amazing over a month how the changes are in this market. A bit of a bloodbath yesterday in the bond market as well, but all of the news is on zero hedge with regards to this. And then finally, let's have a look at the Bitcoin market, the crypto market. And it looks like my original thoughts on this are coming to fruition. We've got the market stuck in a trading range, and it may be a case, it makes sense that the market has to consolidate before it can make its next move to the upside. And here you're seeing a lot of red over the last few days, with interspersed with a couple of green ones, but mainly red. Main area of support is going to be here and here. If it breaks the 62, then it's going to come down to the 76, and then if that's broken, you're going to see a retest of the low as well. So watch for volume. We've seen a few spikes here as the market's tried to buy back, but so far failed. So Bitcoin looking slightly weakish at the moment as it comes down towards these important areas here. Right, brief one today, and just a quick catch up and round up really, as yesterday was fairly quiet but predictable as far as the Dow is concerned. The pound slightly off at the moment. I think the market's trying to digest what May's done with the cabinet. It would be my guess there. And also, of course, you're getting a bit of a bounce in the dollar index as well at this time. Right, that's it. And anything to report, I will let you know. Other than that, as ever, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.